Toastmaster has been around for a long time, he said. The title is An Ounce of Prevention. An ounce of prevention for 6 to 8 minutes. Color display at 6, 7, 8. Green, yellow, and red. Let's go for Keith Christie. Aloha. Thank you.
Yeah. Dr. Ken. Yes? Yeah. Okay. I'm good.
Hi, my name is Keith, and I am an alcoholic.
No. Right. This is the wrong room? Is this my meeting? No problem. Hi. Yeah, Toastmasters. Today I actually want to I want to thump upon this old adage to emphasize it. And you might have heard this one before. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. You might have heard it so often it doesn't just goes right past. Or I'm like a pound of cure. It's a pound of prevention. But that stuff. My name is fill in the blank, and I'm an alcoholic. You know how many times I had to say that? How many times I said that in different meeting rooms and stuff like that? Well, just yesterday, 19 years sober. Therefore, I had plenty time to say that in rooms. Matter of fact, one time I was in Texas. What's the tea? I was in Texas, and a friend of mine was challenging me. You know what you should do? You should say it like a Gregorian chant. See, because in Texas, everybody's Baptist, and they cringe at Catholic stuff because they think you're Mexicans crossing the border or something. I don't know. So she goes, you should do it in Gregorian chants. My name is Keith, and I'm an alcoholic. And make them all cringe. But, was that preventable? I guess maybe. I could have stopped drinking or something, or cut back, not go to the parties, not be so wild, not maybe get into the program a little years earlier. Yeah, I could have, but no. Now it's 19 years. That is a problem, a technical issue. Just a second. That is a pound of cure. 19 years. Pound of cure. So, I remember last August, a lot of things were going on, and I wake up and I had to distract myself. So I figured, in the morning I'll just turn on the news and see what's going on, distract myself, and so I pull up the remote control, hoisted it because I had a giant cable attached. Went to the many little teeny-weeny channels and found the news. And witnessed Maui burning down because it was August 8th. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I was in ICU with the cable. And so it was distracting enough from all the pins and needles and tubes and all this stuff. But still yet, I was going, oh my gosh, how did this go on? My friend lives in Maui. And, heard some stories and such. But these telephone poles fell down. Yeah, get them. Telephone poles fell down and electricity went zzz, 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 and started a fire. I was thinking, hey, what they should do is just have one of those things, like those little, those things I've fallen and I can't get up and they make an alert. Just attach them to the telephone poles. So when they fall down, it turns electricity off. I'm like, yeah, good one. Yeah, that's a good idea. It falls down, electricity goes off. Huh? And then they came up with the solution. Hey, you know what? As soon as the storm comes by, we'll turn off the electricity for you guys. So now, if a storm's going to come by, they're going to turn off everybody's electricity. I'm like, what? That's a pound of cure. No, that's not a pound of. What happens is we're creating a blackout to prevent a blackout. Come on, you guys, get with the program. Thinking of things that are not to be shy about, being preventative. So proactive and preventative. And this is what I really am here to talk to you about. Let's see, different little things. The Maui telephone poles. I have a car, and it's a hybrid. It's part electric, part gas. Now, in this car, this little dashboard's coming up, and it's like doing a little blinky thing because the car wouldn't start. I'm like, okay, you go in the car and you press this little thing, and the car starts. No, it doesn't start. It says, have you unplugged the car? I said, yeah, I unplugged it and got in. It's unplugged, but it won't start if it's plugged in. And it's telling me, have you unplugged it? And I'm doing this everything. It's an electric car and it has an electric issue. I'm going, no, prevention. And then a little wrench shows up too. Ding, wrench, little wrench. I'm looking in the manual and all. So I went yesterday to the dealership and had them fix it. And they're telling me, well, we can diagnose it for $200 and there's nothing really wrong with it. It must be your plug. And so it's a pound of prevention, but it's still worth it. An ounce of prevention and a pound of cure. Because even though nothing's wrong with it and it cost me $200, I am not stuck in a car that's not going along, right? COVID, lockdown. What did I do? Well, I stayed locked down. And I'm like, oh, great, this is great. So I go to Costco and get the bag of Oreo cookies. Eat the Oreo cookies. Apparently, gained some weight and my blood pressure and the doctor. So I got all these different things because this is something you don't want to happen. Strokes and heart attacks. No, we don't want that. So I got all kinds of preventative things. I got the CPAP machine, blowing air in my nose. Goes over. Got other tubes for other reasons and this and that, and trying to do up in these little walk. I got so many little tubes going on. I feel maybe I should just do the Darth Vader suit where everything's contained and I could walk around with all this stuff. But an ounce of prevention, because that pound is not a cure I want to deal with. So the idea is mindfulness with prevention. Just something that anything you can proactively see. We must all PP. Preventative proaction. And when we do this, we can open up a large area and we can just continue living and not have to deal with the pound of cure that comes with a lot of this stuff. So in a copacetic way, I can say we can all stop our innocent suffering and open up a grand little path. There's much more we can do in life, and just a little bit of preventative really does make a big difference. And we don't have to deal with pounds of anything. Thank you.
Maybe you mentioned it. Did you tell us who said it first?
Who?
An ounce of prevention is better than... Who said it?
Confucius?
Close enough. Benjamin Franklin. I just Googled it.
He's
Always a great speaker. Let's take another 2 minutes. So, over here can work on my evaluation. Coming up is a 10 to 15 minutes.